The purpose of this video is to show the original Retinomax, which differs somewhat from the Retinomax 2 and the Retinomax 3 autorefractors. Its accuracy appears to be the same, except it doesn't have some of the features that makes it a little easier to use. So this video is going to try to show you how to operate the instrument, how to measure people's eyes, how to set up the instrument, and so forth. Here is the Retinomax right here. Its power cord is plugged in from behind. There's an on-off switch here. This is the printer, and the printer just attaches here. You set it and hook it on to the side of it and attaches there. This is the Retinomax itself. You press this little serrated area right here to take the battery cover off. If you don't do it that way, you'll break this little tab. So you got to press this little serrated area here. Then you put the battery on with the three marks down like this. Put it down like that, and then you put it in and push it until it snaps. Now this is the cable that goes to the PC. You take that and you rotate it until you feel it pop in place, and then it's there. Now to get it out, you're going to pull it right here on this little silver area. Now on the left hand side of the autorefractor is power on off. So power on, you put it in the cradle like this, and there's actually a little button right here which I push most of the time to start the charging of the battery. Now on the right side of the printer, you're going to see a little switch that turns on the printer, and so the printer will then print out the prescription, but also this cable right here connected to the computer will also transmit that prescription to the glasses inventory program on the in the program, in the computer. Now the autorefractor itself, has on its display, you have a power on-off button right here. This is this quick here for measuring children that are blinking their eyes a lot, but even though I rarely use that at all. This is right-left, and that's print. Now this I don't use either, that button there. So the only ones that really matter is the power on-off, right-left, and the print. And this particular model, when you power it up, it comes also up in auto mode. Now you also look here, the top here of the autorefractor is a little line that needs to be lined up with the eye. And if you look at the autorefractor's front, that is lined up with the eye. Now this is for automatic selection. These two right here are for automatic selection of the left or right eye. I generally don't turn that on because it's just confusing. It keeps flipping back and forth between right and left eye, so I don't allow that to be on. Now this is the headrest, and you press this in like this, and it comes out. Okay? And that's the headrest. And you make sure when you put this in the case that it's fully in, because you put it in the case with it out, you may break this headrest by pushing it hard to the left or to the right. Now that line there, again, lines up with the eye. Now this line right here lines up with the eye also, creating a crosshair with the lens that is going to be in front of the eye. Now what I want to do now is I want to power up the autorefractor, and this is what you'll see on the screen. Now what I want to do is I'm going to measure the model eye, and there's one of those in the case, and I want to show you certain things about the screen that you need to watch. Now unlike the newer autorefractors, whenever this unit has a collection of similar values or prescriptions, it does not stop automatically. However, you don't need to go beyond where it says R8. You see at the top left of the screen, you see R for right, L for left. And when it says R8, you've made 8 measurements, and you can move on to the other eye. And when you've done both the right and the left eye, then you can press print and transmit that to computer. So I'm going to go ahead and measure the model eye, and you can see what it looks like. Okay, now I'll show you later on when I measure my wife. Okay, now as you see, when you're coming in on it, now if I'm far away like this, those 2 dots on the left and the right are blurry. If I get too close, they get blurry again. So I want to make them as clear as possible. Also, in the case of the Model I want to make sure they're dead center in the eye. If I press the start button, that's the little button that's on the handle, the little green button on the handle. I press the start button and move the square into the center between the dots and make sure it is as close as I can get it. And I see it says R8, so I've already made my 8 measurements. So I'm going to switch over to the left eye. Okay, and now I'm going to measure the left eye. And now I've made 8 measurements to the left eye. Okay, so now I'm going to transfer the glasses inventory program, get it up and running, and I'm going to press this print button right here. Let me go back so you can see the top view of the instrument. This is the print button I'm going to press right there. We'll press that print button. And this window will pop up there. And then I've got my measurements. Now, this way it allows you to determine if the instrument is working properly and everything. Now, this is a Model I that's 4.75, so you want to be within 0.25 of the prescription of the Model I. And that's exactly what you are, within 0.25 of the prescription of the Model I. And again, you make your measurement of the Model I dead center of the Model I. I'm going to now measure my wife's eyes. And I'll turn on the instrument. First thing you need to do is put this neck strap around your neck. And you turn on the instrument. And then this button right here for powering it on, the little green button on the side, you power it on there. And then you'll see in the right-hand side of the screen what I see in the viewfinder. Now, like all the other Retinomaxes, it also has an adjustment right here. You can improve the clarity of the what you're seeing in the viewfinder to make sure it's not blurry to you in the viewfinder. I'm going to push this out like this. Put that headrest out like that. Okay. Now we're going to establish a bridge between the side of her head and the instrument so you can stabilize yourself. Okay, don't blink. And I press the start button. Now I'm looking for those 2 dots on the left and the right to be clear. So I get them nice and clear, and I'll move the square into the circle of dots. No blinking. Okay, now I've got my 8 measurements. So I'm going to switch automatically to the left eye, and it actually did that for me. And I'm going to have to open up the eye of my hand because you can't open it really wide. And if I can find the eye, oops, it's in there somewhere. Well, keep your head straight. There we go. I see it. Okay, now again, I want those circles to be as clear, the dots to the left and right has to be as clear as possible. No blinking. Okay, got to get it as clear as possible. No blinking. Okay, I've got all the readings I need. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this print button right here, and I'll move the glasses inventory program over so you can see it. And when I press that print button, window will pop up. You see the prescription coming in, and that's a good reading. I'm going to do it one more time so you can see what it looks like. Again, I'll move this over. Okay, let's measure the right eye first. Okay, no blinking. Now I want to have the circles in the right and the left as clear as I can get them, small and crystal clear. I'm pressing the start button. All right, now move the square into the circle into this pupil, and I've got my 8 readings. If I move away, it automatically switches over to the left eye. Okay, now. Okay, now move the square into the circle of dots. We'll make it try to be as stable as I possibly can. Got it. All right, now I'm going to press this print button right here. That's the button I'm going to press. I move the glasses inventory program over so you can see it. Press the print button. Prescription comes in. Now, if I press the print button while I'm pointing at the instrument itself, the printer itself, I can get a copy of that prescription sent to the printer. And you can see the printer actually will print a copy of that prescription that you can have. And now we're done. And you put the auto refractor. We do that again because I had it blocked for your view. Let's try that again. Again, point toward the printer. And of course you see that piece of paper coming up. All right. And now I've got it. And this is the printout that the program has done. I'll give you a top view of it. And there's the printer. And that's the printer that has printed out the copy of the prescription, but it's already gone to the computer. And of course from the computer you can print out what you need to see.